This is JordanTower with JT News. Make sure you smash that like button, smash that subscribe, and let's get right into the news. All right, so Big Meech got big problems headed his way. People are uncovering that the original paperwork that came down with Cuffy had Big Meech's name in it as a co-conspirator, okay? Meaning, like I said, he facilitated Cuffy and Suarez meeting through Tammy. Suarez, who we met in jail in 2006 in Detroit, when he got out, and Cuffy came home. Eventually, Cuffy and, I guess, Meech were talking on the phone, and he said, I'll put you in touch with someone with some good numbers. Call Tammy. Cuffy called Tammy, says, he wants me to give the number. I forget, what did he call him again? He should call him Buddy, right? And then Suarez called and says, oh, you got that number for me? Buddy said to get it from you. Talking about Cuffy. Buddy is the code name for Meech. That's why when they, did all the phone calls, Cuffy got some work from Suarez. He ended up burning Suarez, not giving him, the money for the loads. But when this case eventually fell, in the paperwork, it said conspiracy Big Meech, and it had him listed in there in his history from 2004 to 2006. How the indictments fell, and there's also supposedly these. Obviously, everything's wiretapped, right? So there's actual supposed phone calls with Tammy Cowan, Meech's assistant. Big Meech and Keith Cromer, her handling agent, talking everything through. These might drop. These are the wiretaps that Tammy might have. And if she has these, and 50 Cent uses in the documentary, Meech is absolutely, there's no defending that. There's no defending anything right now. The paperwork that's out, they eventually, that original paperwork that I was talking about, that Meech's name was mentioned, they redid it and took his name out when Cuffy got to jail and he did discovery. Obviously, they wanted to conceal his identity. This case fell apart, obviously, and, when Keith Cromer and Tammy were outed for smashing, which I wonder how that came to play. Like, do you think Meech told somebody else to make the case go away because his name was being brought up a lot? And he knew that would ruin the case? Because he didn't want his name mentioned in it? I don't know. The whole thing is, super weird. But if it comes out that Big Meech was working with Keith Cromer, if he's on these phone calls with Keith Cromer and Tammy, he's cooked, bro. He's already cooked because of the paperwork that's out where Tammy Cowan is, on the stand and confirming certain things and then redacting them. She's like, oh, yeah, Meech told me to do this and this. How do you think we know all this? It's because she was questioned by Cuffy's lawyers. But at the end, she says, oh, Meech didn't facilitate any of this stuff. I did this on my own. I just did it to try to get his sentence reduced because he's my friend. Nobody does all this for just their friend. They were in business. Something was going on, okay? Something was up. Either she thought she was in a business with Meech or something, because, it'll never make sense. And Meech has to clarify that. Why? Why, oh, why did you give your life rights to this woman of everybody? What made you trust this woman? What made you trust her over everybody with your life rights and your power of attorney? It just doesn't make sense. Then little Meech is putting out little cryptic messages on his Instagram. And he's talking about, let's get to it. Let me read them out. Most people won't support you until they see it's popular to support you. Like, who are these little like messages you're putting these out from other Instagram channels? Who are you directing these at? Don't act surprised when your friend with the ear becomes your enemy with the mouth. I mean, who knows who he's talking about? I think everything's just kind of like setting in now that it's over, I don't know. A lot of people are trying to say that, oh, Big Meech can't speak about any of this stuff because he'll go back to jail. No, he won't. He's not violating anything. You don't think the feds know everything that went down with Big Meech? They didn't know that he was on the phone with Suarez and on the phone with Cuffy and Tammy was you don't think they know all that? Like, he wouldn't be dropping any knowledge they didn't know already. So people saying that is just goofy. Like, if Meech can't clear his name because if he does, he'll go back to jail. Like, no. And you know what? If he really wanted to clear his name, his brother could do it for him. But you know what? His brother doesn't mess with him for some reason. And we could beat this dead horse till it's just bleeding out, because it's like Southwest T wouldn't want this on his family. But he lets it remain because there has to be some truth to it. Something's wrong. Something's off. That's all I could say, man. I mean, we'll see how this all plays out, but I think this is far from over. 50 Cent's kind of fallen back from it, but 50 Cent's focused on, he can't like mix. Right now, all his promo has to be towards Kanan. That has to have great ratings because he's about to take BMF off the air after, he has to figure out how he's going to end it and be done with it. Because I don't see it ever working out. Anyways, appreciate you all. This is Jordan Tower with JT News. Make sure you smash that like button, smash that subscribe button. I'll check you guys in the next one. Peace.